Crime doesn't pay? Try telling that to these 10 criminals whose illicit activities have left them very well compensated. Wang Kiok Koi. Widely known as Broken Tooth Koi, Wang Kiok Koi is the leader of the Macau branch of the 14K Triad, a major criminal organization in China. So powerful is this stylish crime boss that during a production of a film about his life, he managed to overrule a denial of permission by the Macau government to block traffic in order to film a scene while sitting in his prison cell. Kuok Koi was released from jail in December of 2012 and has reportedly reinserted himself into the big money casino gambling business. Kenichi Shinoda. Shinoda brought an aggressive and proactive streak that distinguished him from his predecessors, highlighting years earlier when he murdered a rival crime boss with a katana. Likewise, Shinoda is notable for his reluctance to showcase his wealth in an outward and overt manner, eschewing chauffeured limos for trains and even stopping at a street-side ramen noodle stand en route to a dinner being thrown in his honor. Regardless of appearances, however, Shinoda reigns as one of the wealthiest and most powerful people in all of Japan. ISMAEL ZAMBADA GARCIA. ISMAEL ZAMBADA GARCIA, the Mexican drug lord and head of the Sinaloa cartel, who is better known as El Mayo Zambada, has already stuffed his pockets with countless millions of illicit drug money and appears poised to collect much more. In light of the January arrest of Joaquin El Chapo Guzman Loera, Garcia is widely believed to be assuming the kingpin role within the organization. The 68-year-old has long been the brains behind the cartel's drug trade operations, coordinating the logistics for exports of cocaine and heroin into Chicago and other U.S. cities by train, ship, jet, and submarine. DARWOOD IBRAHIM. For a wanted gangster, Indian crime boss DARWOOD IBRAHIM hasn't exactly been attempting to maintain a low profile. The head of D Company, India's biggest organized crime syndicate, enjoyed both freedom and his 60th birthday in grand style late in 2015, celebrating by throwing a lavish affair with an estimated 600 invited guests. Suspected of masterminding the 1993 Bombay bombings and the 2008 Mumbai attacks, Ibrahim has reportedly raked in billions of dollars through involvement in the Bollywood film industry, the Indian real estate industry, and through control of the country's monetary transfer system. George Jung. The Boston native was a major player in the American cocaine trade during the 1970s and 80s, collecting $100 million while being reportedly involved in 85% of the industry. Now 73, Jung achieved a greater level of infamy as the inspiration for the 2001 Johnny Depp film Blow. Jung became a free man in 2015 after 20 years in prison and has since met up with Depp after the two grew close during prison visitations while the movie was being made. Nicky Barnes. While many of his cohorts in Harlem were abusing heroin in the 1950s, Barnes was on the other side of the coin, making money off of the rampant use of the drug as a dealer, eventually rising to kingpin status. At one time being worth an estimated $105 million, he came to earn the moniker of Mr. Untouchable for his smug aura of invincibility and his numerous successful evasions of arrest. When he was finally imprisoned, he proved once again to be opportunistic, reducing his sentence by turning informant and earning money off of his autobiography. Paul Lear Alexander. A one-time DEA agent, Alexander switched sides and became the leader of a drug smuggling ring, specializing in sending cocaine to the U.S. inside electrical transformers. Essentially, he helped American drug officials nab a good portion of his potential competition. He was ultimately arrested in 2005 with a reported net worth of over $170 million. But he escaped while on a temporary release in 2010 and is now living it up anonymously as a free man. Freeway Rick Ross. The most curious thing about Freeway Rick Ross isn't how he made $600 million by selling crack cocaine in the 1990s. No, the most curious thing about the notorious drug trafficker and one-time father of a Los Angeles drug empire has been his second life, one that has enabled him to continue making money legally off of his illicit reputation. Since being released from prison in 2009, Ross has been celebrated for his tainted past, releasing a critically praised autobiography titled Freeway Rick Ross, The Untold Autobiography, and establishing an online presence that includes countless podcast interviews and a Twitter account with nearly 100,000 followers. Matteo Messina DENARO. Since taking the helm following the arrest of Bernardo Provenzano in 2006, DENARO is believed to have personally executed over 50 enemies while ordering the deaths of hundreds more. Financially, he has amassed a net worth of over $3 billion while running a nearly $130 billion criminal empire. Not to be one to shy away from his massive wealth, DENARO has a widely reputed taste for flashy cars, fancy clothes, and strangely enough, video games. Semyon Mogilevich. Semyon Mogilevich is a fearsome Russian crime boss who remains free despite having owned a place on the FBI's most wanted list. Thanks to a multinational reach that includes involvement in everything from a Pennsylvania-based company that defrauded investors of $150 million to the Eastern European gas trade, some estimates have the Ukraine-born Mogilevich as being worth up to $10 billion. Well, folks, that's our list of big-ticket criminal bosses of the world. Let us know what you thought of this video down in the comments below. And while you're ticking away at typing up that comment, why don't you go ahead and give us a like and a subscribe and check out these other videos, because they're pretty badass. Thanks.